Imagine yourself walking down the street when you spot a wallet bulging with cash lying there on the sidewalk. What flashes through your mind? Do you snatch it up, feeling a sneaky thrill because no one's watching? Maybe you check for ID, hoping to return it. Or a pang of guilt hits you. Taking it is wrong, even if it means a temporary windfall for you. These split-second moral dilemmas reveal a lot more about ourselves than we might think. They raise one of the big questions that has puzzled thinkers for centuries. What on earth makes something good or bad? And how does our understanding of right and wrong change as we get older? Psychologist Lawrence Kohlberg developed a fascinating theory about just that. He believed our moral decision-making matures through a series of levels and stages, a bit like going up a ladder. His ideas aren't just interesting to think about. They've had a major impact on how we teach children about ethics, how we approach questions of justice in society, and even how businesses make difficult choices. Let's start with the basics. Kohlberg sorted our moral thinking into 3 big levels. Pre-conventional, where young kids mostly focus on rewards and punishments. Conventional, where fitting in and following the rules takes priority. And post-conventional, where people start questioning those rules and thinking deeply about the greater good. Each of those levels is broken down into smaller stages, leading to 6 in total. You might be thinking, so what? Does this mean some of us are just morally better than others? That's actually not what Kohlberg was trying to say. His theory was about the development of our moral thinking over time. He believed our experiences, the discussions we have, and just plain old growing up, help us reason through ethical situations in increasingly complex ways. Think of how a toddler might only see stealing a toy as wrong because they might get yelled at, while a teenager might start thinking about whether the toy store owner is a giant corporation or a struggling small business. Both are grappling with right and wrong, but at very different levels of understanding. Of course, there are critiques of Kohlberg's theory, which we should definitely talk about. One big one focuses on the fact that he mainly studied boys. Psychologist Carol Gilligan argued that women often think about morality through a lens of care and relationships, which Kohlberg's rule-based stages don't fully capture. And what about different cultures? Do strict right and wrong principles work for everyone? Or do some societies place more emphasis on tradition or on the well-being of the community? One exciting thing about Kohlberg's work is that it's inspired tons of modern-day research. Neuroscientists are getting seriously high-tech, using brain scans to see what areas light up when we're faced with moral choices. It turns out, it's not just the logic centers of our brains going wild. Our emotion centers fire up too. This suggests that feelings like empathy and compassion might be even more crucial for moral behavior than previously thought. So, why spend time thinking about all this? Because morality might seem old-fashioned, but in our complex and rapidly changing world, understanding how we think about right and wrong feels more important than ever. From the ethical questions new technologies throw at us, to how we rebuild a sense of community in the fractured society, these theories act as a compass, constantly pointing us back to the question of what it means to be not just an individual, but a truly good person. If you want to learn more, click on the link in the description to get our book, The Evolution of Morality, exploring Kohlberg's theory, where we dive even deeper into this fascinating topic.